Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and for a little tutorial for you again today. So today I've got a little treat holder tutorial for you. Now the reason being is last year I went and did a demo day for Cool Katz crafts, and on my demo table I had a big bowl of treats which everyone helped themselves to, and they were quite popular. They all went and I did them using last year's Halloween treat tutorials that I did. That was a collection of 5 tutorials, or 5 videos that you can follow. I'll add a description below in case you want to have a look at last year's. And I made them using Life's a Bowl of Cherries by Graphic 45. And they matched the album nicely. So this year, I have been working on a project using the Graphic 45 Autumn Greetings. And this is what I've come up with. A full bowl of treats. So this, if you are coming on Sunday, the workshop's on Saturday, demo day on the Sunday, you might be able to help yourself to one of these. So they are the star-shaped treat holder. And inside each of these, you can fit one Lindt chocolate nicely. So as you can see, I have made quite a few already, and I managed to find a nice matching bowl. So hopefully you who are coming on Sunday will enjoy those. So as I said, I've been working with Autumn Greetings. So it's a nice full autumnal box over there now. Equally, this would be excellent for Christmas times or birthdays, depending on the paper you're using. But it does look really nice with these because I've used the patterns and solids. So we've got some nice plain ones. Then we've got some more pattern solids, but with the wording. And then even some with some patterns. So you can see they work for all types of paper. So as I said, I've got enough left over to make a few more. And you can actually, from a 12 by 12 sheet, make 6 of those little treat holders. So I've got a load of green. I've got a load of orange. So I've got enough here to make 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, another 16 if I wanted to. We're going to start off just by making one. So we're going to start off by cutting this paper at 4 inches. So I've got enough on that strip left over to make another 2. And then placing that long strip along the top, I'm going to cut it at 5.5. And I am going to make them so they've got this pattern on the outside, but I'm going to flip it over to the plain side just because it might be easier for you to see the measurements. To start off with, I'm going to place it with a short edge, a 4-inch at the top. And I'm going to take a score tool and score at 1 1/8. If you wanted to do 1 inch, to make it easier, that would be fine as well. But this 3 inches is the important one. So 1 1/8 and 3. So I'm turning it around so the 1 1/8 is on the top. And I've got this 1 1/8 score line going across here. At 1/2 inch, I'm going to score down and stop at that 1 1/8 line. 1 inch, I'm going to come all the way down. So every time I have a 1/2 inch, I'm going to stop. And a full inch, so 2 comes all the way down. 2.5, I'm going to stop. 3, all the way down. 3.5, I'm going to stop. 4, all the way down. 4.5, stop. And 5, all the way down. So let me do that one more time for you. Short edge at the top. 1 1/8. And 3. Make sure the longer one is at the top. 1/2 inch, stop. Inch all the way. 1.5, stop. 2 all the way. 2.5, we're going to stop. 3 all the way. 3.5, stop. 4 all the way. 4.5, stop. And 5 all the way. So you see, not too difficult at all. Now I'm going to just score all my vertical lines, or burnish them, sorry, I've already scored them. So I'm just going to fold them backwards for now. But like I said, I want to do it so that my patterned paper is on the outside. So normally I would have done it the other way round, but as I said, it's easier for you to see here. So my 1 1/8 is near the top. This is where I'm going to bring my scoreboard in. My envelope punch board. If we zoom in a little bit, it might help. I've got my 1 1/8 off to the left, and I'm folding over that 1/2 inch. I'm placing it in so that the edge is at the 1 1/8 mark, and I'm going to punch. And then open it up, fold the next one. So the fold line goes into my punch board, lines up at 1 1/8. I think every time I do that, my camera's going to move. Let's do another one. And fold over, line up at 1 1/8. What's good about this is when I was making all those 30 or so, I think I've made 36 so far, you sort of get into the rhythm, you know what to do. And then the last one, there's no fold, it's just the edge, but we still do 1 1/2. There we go. And we just move the excess off. So you can see why I didn't do it with the pattern out, because you just cannot see the score lines. Makes it quite a bit trickier, but this is what you would normally be seeing. But of course, you're not doing it for a camera. So 1 1/8, fold over. So I'm working backwards this time. Doesn't matter which way you do it. As long as the fold is going in. Go. So that is how they look now. Actually, do what? We'll do one red and we'll do one patterned. Why not? Okay. So I'm going to turn it over. From the front now, I've got this little tab. This is the 1/2 inch one. I'm going to cut up that line to my score line. And then from the right, I'm just going to cut in at a slight angle and just cut out that little rectangle. So I'll do the same on this one. Cut it up and trim it off. There we go. And for every 1 inch square here, I'm going to cut up to the score line. Okay. And the same on this one. There you go. So now we've got our 2 star treat holders already cut. I'm going to fold these over and give these a little burnish as well. So fold them in and burnish. So that's what we've got so far. You can sort of start to see the shape coming along. Now we've got these score lines down the middle. Those are the ones which are going to give you your star shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold them, pinch it, and fold them in. Then I'm going to try and line up that side so that they're aligned. And give it a nice little press. Press this one in now. And this now, it starts to get a bit trickier, so you're just going to make sure you're bringing it to line up there. So you can see it starts to want to curve on itself, which we're not going to let it do. Can you see how it tries to do that? So we need to just make sure he's coming in together there. And then the last one together. So we've got this zigzag pattern going now. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Then another little tip for you is this neck part here. I'm going to just sort of curve it. You can use your bone folder, but just be careful because it's quite thin there. I just tend to use my finger and thumb and just sort of give it a little curve and sort of just warm up your cardstock like so. And that'll just give you a nice curve. When you bring it together, it'll just curve rather than try and fold. So again, we're going to just press them all in. 1, 2, and see, once you get into the rhythm and you know what you're doing, you can just do them nice and quick and then just curve my neck. So as it all prepped, and the way I did it, I did all these steps and then just left them nice and flat until I was ready to grab my glue and assemble them all. So I'm going to grab 2 chocolates because we've got 2 more treat holders to make. Let me zoom out a little bit. So I've got some nice strong glue. I've got my Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue. And that 1/2 inch here, I'm just going to cover the bottom with glue. Where it starts to curve, I'm just going to add just a little bit. And then the flat on top again. Then you're going to bring the other side over and just line it up. So I'm going to open up the bottom so I can get my fingers in. There we go. And move it into place. And then you can just sort of just manipulate the middle to make the star together. Just bring it all in. Ready, like so. Let's do the other one as well. So it's going to add glue to that 1/2 inch piece here, a little bit in the middle, and then some more at the top. I'm going to fold them outwards for now, just so they're out of the way of my fingers. Bring them down onto the glue, like so. Just press it until it holds. And then you can just sort of manipulate again. And as I'm doing it, if I hold you sideways, I'm just sort of pressing down as well to try and get that nice curved neck at the same time. So whilst that one's just sort of catching, I can bring my first one back in. So this is now the bottom. I'm keeping my hand in a circle and placing it in, and I'm opening it up like a flower, and I'm trying to get that nice pentagon shape there. This is going to come up here, so this corner is going to come stick there. So I'm going to attach some glue to that corner there and to this corner here. So again, trying to keep that nice even pentagon, and I'm going to bring those 2 flaps in and hold them. Now these 2 flaps I'm going to cover in glue, but not too close to there because we've got that little hole there. There we go. So we're going to bring that one over and bring that one over. Flip it over, take my bone folder and just press down. So that is it, assembled. So let's do it again. Got one more to do. So get the nice pentagon with the base towards my thumb here, and I fold it up. The 2 outer triangles, I'm going to bring them on. I'll bring it there. And then cover the other 2 like so. and flip it over. And that is your star treat holder. That's all I need to do now. I've got some twine here because I thought it went nice with the autumn colours. Oh, and before I do that though, let's drop in the sweet. So I'm going to open it up, drop in my sweet. So make that shape and pressing it down so that we can tie it nice to the base. Now this is where it all goes wrong because my tying isn't the best when I'm off camera. When I'm on camera, it's probably going to be even worse. So I'm bringing it nice and tight, moving my star, looping. You see, I've kept mine nice and simple. The decorative papers do the work for me, but if you wanted to decorate them even further, there is no reason you can't. So now I've got my bow cut. Can't find my scissors. Just trim off the excess. I think the twine is just lovely, and I'm trying to think. Lettuce de Santo would be lovely with this twine as well, and these little bunches. Right, one more. So I'm going to tie it. Bring it together. Try and manipulate that star. So I'm pinching and pressing down as well, just to bring it all together. Looping and around. And tight. There we go. And there we go. Nicely tied up. They can now go in with the others. Now, if you do not have an envelope punch board and you're coming to do this part, that's all you need to do really, is just cut a little V shape as opposed to using the punch board to make that. But the punch board does give you that lovely curved effect. So let's have a look. If I do one more, 1 1/8 and 3, half, 1, 1 1/2, 2, 2 1/2, 3, 3 1/2, 4, 4 1/2, 5. When you come then to put this in the punch board, what you want to do, let me see if I can get just a bit harsher so you can see the score lines. Right. So we fold over on that line, and the punch board does this curve. Bring one in, where the middle of the curve is on the score line. So that's all you need to do. Is take the V, fold it over, and cut one that way as well. You can use this then as a template and move it down. And just keep cutting the V's out. And you will get the same effect, because when you bring it there, you're going to curve that and close them. You will get the same thing. So if you haven't got the envelope punch board, not a worry. There is a way around, and just play until you get a V shape that you're happy with, and then just keep that as a template. So thank you for watching. Hopefully all the crafters coming on Sunday will enjoy these as much as I enjoyed making them. So if you have a go, please share with me in my Facebook group called Paper Crafting with Paul. There'll be a link to my Facebook group below where you can get extra inspiration and ideas and keep up to date with new things coming out. And please leave a comment as well. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what you make. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and thumbs up. It really does mean a lot. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.